this is Mark's Remarks, and today, along with Godfred at the channel called At Your Service, we're going to be making a milkshake, and it's a special milkshake. It's one that I used to make regularly back when I was a youth and I was bodybuilding. This is a high protein, high carbohydrate monster of a milkshake. Okay, so what we're going to do, so what we have is we're going to do eggs. Now you can change the proportions to suit you and your training regime. Today we're going to be using 6 eggs, the whole eggs, the yolk and the white. We're going to have 2 bananas. We're going to have some ice cream. As for ice cream, we're using vanilla. You can have any flavour you want. If you want to make it chocolate, strawberry, pineapple, anything. And we're going to be using semi-skimmed milk. Approximately a pint to a pint and a half. Okay, so without further ado, I've already cracked the 5 eggs out of the 6. So here we go with the 6th egg. Okay, now they're going to go into the blender along with not all the milk, just about a pint perhaps, you know, but you can judge it. Now, where's the lid? We're going to put the lid on, and then we're going to, now this is I find the order of the ingredients is important. I've tried different variants and they don't come out well. So what I do, milk and the eggs first, and then we're going to blend. Okay, we'll blend for about 30 seconds or so till it's nice and blended. What next? We'll put in the bananas. Again, with the proportions, you can do anything you like, depending on your activities. If you're a heavy bodybuilder, you're going to really want to go up with the ingredients. 2 bananas. We're going to mush that. We're going to blend those in. It may take about 30 seconds, 40 seconds. That's fine. And have a look. Yeah, I can see big chunks in there. Okay. And now we're still not done. You can actually drink it like this if you like, but I prefer it with ice cream. Now we're going to go with vanilla ice cream, which is starting to melt, but it's still good. If you wanted to make this, like say chocolate, strawberry, use any kind of milkshake, ice cream you want in your milkshake. I prefer strawberry. Sorry, vanilla. Okay. And then mix it one more time. This is going to cool down the milkshake. It's going to make it frothy, very creamy, and it's going to make it cold. So we blend that for about 30 seconds. Now, I hope you can hear me over that noise. Back in the day, I used to use something like this. This is a protein shake made for bodybuilders and athletes. It happens to be vanilla flavor. I would put this in. This is protein shake, or I would put carbohydrate milkshake powder in, or a mixture of both, depending on how I felt that day. 1 scoop is normally enough. If you're really going in overboard, getting into heavyweight lifting, you'd put in 2 scoops. There's a scoop inside, 25 grams is the amount it gives you in the scoop. And what we're going to do is we're going to get these 2 glasses over here. And, yep, this should be nice and cold. Gotta be careful. Okay. Okay, here we go. And it's fairly thick. I've actually drank thicker milkshakes and they've been a real job to drink. But these look quite appetizing and thin. There you go. One for you. And one for me. You see that? Right, now I'm going to give this a... So we've got 6 eggs, milk, ice cream, bananas, You can add protein shake, but that's your choice. Okay, here we go. Now that is really good. You know, it's not as cold as I would like it, but it's still good. And like I say, if you, well, I thought you were going to say, like I say, if something is too much in there, you don't have to put bananas. You can substitute bananas for strawberries,
Right.
or pineapple, or peaches, or grapes. You know, people put grapes in there. Anything you like. I'm using semi-skimmed because it's got less fat, but you can use any. Like if you were to try and get onto the Gladiator show, for example, you'd be probably going in for the blue milk, the high fat.
Right.
I use semi-skimmed. So the whole mixture is open for interpretation. You know,
Right.
you can do anything you like with it.
Right.
You can add things. You can put honey in this if you wanted. You could
Right.
put if you wanted. I mean, this here is Co-op dessert chocolate. You know, I've actually had this on ice cream. You could put this in there. Put it in the blender. You get a chocolate shake. If your powder here wasn't,
And it's very nice.
it is good. You know. Whereas, you know, back in the day, I drink like I used to have a jug. It was so big, it had like 2-3 pints of it. You know, it was, oh god, it was a monster.
Kilos.
Kilos. Oh, it varied. I mean, curls. You know, I'd usually do 20 kilos in each arm,
Right.
to 25, maybe 30 on a really
Oh.
heavy day. Yeah, I mean, but you know, but the higher the weight, the less reps you do,
Right.
repetitions. So if you do a really lightweight, you can do curls. You can do 50 of those. But if you do a heavy weight, you do 5. The heavier weight, the less repetitions. But yeah, you know, it all depended. I mean, leg press, I think it was like 200. It was 100 on each side, so 520s on each side. Yeah, but bench press, pec deck, they're all different weights. But you know, I was at the. I mean, you're seeing that photograph. I mean, that took a while to get there. Actually, will they be interested in that?
Yeah, let me see
Okay.
this picture.
Yeah. So they can see what I used
Oh,
to
yeah.
what I used to look like when I was 25.
25 years.
Yeah.
Right,
See-
you can see that.
That's these milkshakes with. I mean, I used to use extra ingredients in here, but lots of training, lots of food, lots of pasta, like the video that we done earlier. I used to eat all that stuff along with this, and that's how you get to that. But that was
Right.
half a lifetime ago.
And you mix this protein shake with the...
Yeah, I used to put the protein shake or carbohydrate shake or a mix of both. Sometimes I have three powders going at the same time, you know,
Right.
depending on what I wanted. If I wanted to bulk up, I put more carbohydrate powder in. If I wanted to slim down and get you know, more defined, I'd put less carbohydrate in and more protein. You know, and then and also, you know, with the eggs are chock full of protein. So if you want to bulk up, you would have the whole egg, for example, like we did just now. If you wanted to slim down, you would get rid of the yolks. Sorry, you'd get rid of the yellow part, but keep the white. The white is where the protein is.
Right.
The yolk is, you know, so if you wanted to slim down, you know, you'd have more whites than yolks. But you know, but it's all the time. I was chopping and changing, adding, subtracting, more of this, less of that, until you come up with a perfect shake. You know, I haven't drank this in a long time, but it's good. It's got everything you need.
Right.
It's got milk. It's got bananas. It's got eggs.
So what is
you know?
it? If you're not doing like a gym or whatever, do you still have to take this milkshake?
No, I rarely, you know, take these. If what I do, if in my non-training years, what I have been doing is what I'll do is I'll put milk and eggs. Sometimes 3, 4, depending on what I feel like, but eggs and milk, and sometimes a little bit of ice cream to kill the flavour. No bananas, no protein or carbo shake, but it's very light that way. You can have it. It's an instant meal.
Right.
You know, if you don't feel like eating, Jesus, you know, I can't manage it. You just have the eggs, the milk, a little bit of ice cream for flavour, and it's very thin, very nutritious. drink that and off you go. You
Right.
know, it's only when you come into, if you're lifting weights or working on
So
a
if
building
you're not
site.
lifting weights,
If you're not lifting weights, I wouldn't recommend drinking what we done on a regular basis.
right.
You know, especially not with all this stuff because this is designed
Right.
for calories.
Right.
But no, I mean, even if you want to just, you know, even if you're doing press ups, for example, every day, you know, that's fine. You can still do a variant of this.
Right.
Because that was my milkshake. The one I pretty much invented that again, along with the pasta. The bottles here will tell you add that to milk or add it to water. What I did, I thought, well, that's no good. I want to bulk up. I want to get as big as I can. So I added the eggs. I added the bananas. I added the ice cream. You know, yeah, you can. It'll give you the energy to lift the weights or the activity that you happen to be doing. The protein in the milkshake will repair fatigued muscles. That's what the protein does. Yeah, it's just all good. And then plus all the vitamins and the vitamins and iron, goodness that's in these things.
Right. Let me.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Mark's Remarks. Check out my other channel for food reviews.
Right. And here is at your service. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Yeah.